So the Ka-29 is a helicopter that is very rarely talked about, and it's actually very underrated in my opinion. So the Kamov Ka-29 is a Russian naval assault transport helicopter designed for amphibious operations. It was made from the Ka-27 and has a coaxial rotor system, so it doesn't have a tail rotor, so it is a lot like the Ka-52 and Ka-50 family. It has access to pretty good weapon systems, including the Shaturm anti-tank guided missile, which is a SAU class. It's basically just a laser system like a lot of these early helicopters have, and it actually is very good. At 9.7, if you're playing at your BR or in a down tier, there is not a lot of things that can really, do anything to you except for aircraft and more advanced AA systems, things like the Capard. There's not a lot that they can necessarily do against you unless you get too close. Your terms have really good range. You also get access to a lot of unguided rocket systems that have your rocket computer and guns, like a 30mm gun pod, which doesn't actually come into any weapon slot, so it's very worth taking out. Now, obviously, like most low-tier helicopters, your biggest vulnerability is going to be against aircraft. You lack any air-to-air weapon systems, but, you have a good amount of countermeasures, and you carry good enough weapon systems that can all be pretty much looked away upon. Now, the Ka-29 was, designed to do naval assaults, being able to carry up to 16 personnel and carry weaponry. It was made to be basically a heavy hitter. A lot of Soviet helicopters in this time frame were designed to do just that, and the Ka-29 definitely does that. So in War Thunder, I think a reason why it is so underrated is its looks. People look at it and they don't actually understand that it is actually a very successful helicopter. Another thing I think is underrated is because it's right behind the Ka-52, and why this is important is a lot of people probably don't bother playing the Ka-29. They're too busy trying to just unlock the Ka-52, and it's really kind of pointless for them to actually play the Ka-29, and it has a very hard time to get spaded, so a lot of people just don't ever actually get to enjoy it when it's fully spaded anyways. I think that all of that kind of leads to people not looking at it and not really wanting to play it. But if you guys have the Russian helicopter tree, or you are close and you want to get the Ka-29, you really should. It's a very fun helicopter. It has a lot of things that are going for it, and just keeping that in mind, and coming out and actually having another fun 9.7 helicopter. Not all the fun helicopters have to be at top tier, and remembering that this one, it's despite looking like a bus, it's pretty nimble. Obviously not going to be as nimble as something like an American Cobra or an American Apache or even a Blackhawk, but it will come out and be pretty maneuverable. Now, you do have to be careful with your collectives, because if you get into an issue and you have too high RPM or rotations per minute, you're gonna fall out of the sky due to the fact that you don't have a tail rotor, so it's very hard to come out of that. But just watching your collective and watching where your RPM sits, very important. Keeping that, adjusting that. Other than that, this helicopter's got good ATGMs, good unguided rockets, very good weapon systems like a 23mm and a 30mm gun pod. And again, the gun pod does not come out of any sort of weapon slot, so you get the full weapon systems. You do get good countermeasures as well. I believe you carry like 280 something in total. Anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts on the Ka-29 down below in the comments. If you guys are not already subscribed, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing, and join the Discord link down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.